Hey everyone, Taco here and I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for watching my unboxing video of the Nikon Z8 that I released the other day. I very much appreciate everybody's support and views on that video. You can find it in the link above. Now, I've had some people ask me this question. Now that the Nikon Z8 has been released, why would anybody buy the Nikon Z9? Now, there's a few important factors to this. So here is a summary sheet that you can read. You can pause the video to read the summary sheet and restart the video once you're done. First is the body size. Now it's obvious that the Nikon Z8 is much smaller than the Z9 because it does not have the vertical grip. But some working professionals actually do prefer the larger size of the Nikon Z9 because it is simply easier to switch to a vertical side like this and start shooting instead of holding your camera like this and awkwardly holding your camera to shoot vertically and at different angles and whatnot. So it is at times very convenient to have that vertical angle, and they do prefer the larger size of the Z9 because of that. The Z8 does come with an optional vertical grip that you can buy separately, and when you do add that onto the Z8, I believe the size is actually slightly taller than the Z9, so it is something to consider, but you also get the advantages of having two batteries inside that vertical grip that are hot swappable, meaning that when one battery is being used, you can actually take the other battery out and put in another battery in its place, all the while still using the camera. Now, with the larger body size comes the ability to add a larger battery into the body. Now this makes a significant difference in terms of how many shots you can get on a single charge. The Nikon Z9 has a CP rating of approximately 740 shots. Now take that with a grain of salt because I do know that I've taken a lot more than 740 on a single battery charge. The Nikon Z8 has a CP rating of approximately 340 shots based on you using the LCD screen, not the viewfinder. If you use the viewfinder, it does use a little bit more battery power, so you will probably get a slightly lower figure than that 340. So take that into consideration, and obviously you probably will need to have spare batteries regardless of if you use the Z9 or the Z8. The video capabilities of the Z8 are very similar to that of the Z9. One of the main differences is actually the filming length. The Z9 can handle 8K 30p video at approximately 125 minutes of continuous shooting time. The Z8, on the other hand, will handle approximately 90 minutes of shooting at 8K 30p. So that is one of the main differences you should consider between the two cameras. Another key difference between the two cameras are the type of memory card that it takes. The Nikon Z9 has two slots for XQD or CF Express cards, and those are cards that have fast sustained write and read speeds. The Nikon Z8, on the other hand, only has one slot dedicated to XQD or CF Express, and the other card is dedicated to the SD UHS-2 series cards. So if you're doing a lot of burst mode or high resolution video, then you're probably only going to want to use the XQD/CF Express card slots, in which case you are limited to using that one slot on the Z8, but you do have the flexibility of using both slots on the Z9 for that. Let's go over some of the other differences between the Z9 and the Z8. The Z9 has a built-in GPS that allows you to add your GPS coordinates to the images that you take. It also has a built-in Ethernet port as well as a PC sync port on the front here, and the battery also lasts longer, as I stated before. On the Z8, some of the benefits we have over the Z9 are that we have two USB-C ports, one for power delivery that you can use to charge the camera while you're using it, and one for data transfer. You can actually use the data transfer port to add an accessory like this, the USB-C to Ethernet port, and that'll actually solve one of the cases between the differences of the Z9 and the Z8. These are easily found everywhere, and this is actually an Apple version that I have right here. Another difference between the Z8 is it has a skin softening feature for both stills and video, and this can be really handy for video use because editing video can be quite strenuous, especially if you have to do so much more to the video than before. So having the ability to edit or soften the skin of people can be quite beneficial. I haven't actually tried this feature yet. I don't know to the extent to which that feature works, but I have heard that it does work up to 3 faces in the image itself. The Nikon Z8 does have an optional battery grip that you can purchase. The MBN12 is sold for $479.95. Add that to the price of the Z8 and you still come out with a total of $5878.95, which is almost $1,100 cheaper than the Z9 itself. So there you have it. Whether you think these are benefits of the Z8 over the Z9 is really up to you. The important thing here is we now have a choice as to what we can buy. And when we have choices, consumers are almost always the winners. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.